All right, and we're live. Hey, cheers. Cheers. Welcome to episode 14. All right, the drink is not a surprise because we went and got them together. But what do you think?
It's really good.
We got the yuzu strawberry matcha from Rev, but a little bit less sweet than normal.
Yes.
And Jess is very picky and she approves.
I do. I don't like really sweet things. I got one yesterday, actually, a matcha, and there was way too much honey in it. And even though you'd think that that's like a natural sweetener, it was just way too much.
Yeah.
This is
I know,
perfect.
when there's the aftertaste, that's what I can't stand.
And it like makes your mouth feel like
Yeah, like coated kind of. With,
yeah.
totally.
Not my vibe.
So I'm glad you approve.
I love it. And it's such a cute little coffee shop.
Yeah,
It's like
I know.
good vibes in there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thanks for taking me.
You're welcome. We'll go back down that way for somewhere yummy for lunch.
Yum.
Can't wait. Okay, so let me introduce our wonderful guest today. So Jen, my normal co-host, is in Costa Rica. Mm-hmm. And so my friend Jess Townsend is taking her place. Jess and I met in London on a job interview when I was trying to remember, was I 19 or 20?
Wait, how old are you now?
Or younger, 18?
Yeah, I was 17. So you...
Oh my gosh, you were not even an adult.
No.
That's crazy.
I had my
2 years
18th
older than
birthday at a pub in London.
Okay, so you were 17, then I must have been 19.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
She is a citizen of the world. She's Canadian, she's British, and she's Australian, but she currently lives here in the United States.
Yeah.
She's
just ticking off all the countries I can.
Yeah. A world traveler, a world resident. So she has a very fun, interesting life. And even though she lives here now, she doesn't stay here very often. She's also on the go.
Yeah.
Business owner. You've owned 2 businesses now?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can get into like some of your business stuff. And we're just gonna have like a little fun catch-up session on camera.
On the pod.
Yeah, on the pod. Okay, so let's start off with like high lows. It doesn't have to be just from this week because we haven't caught up in a while, so it can be like just in the last like few months or whatever. Like a high. You have so many, I feel like.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Mexico,
I didn't even think.
Coachella,
yeah, I mean,
or not Coachella,
I have
Stagecoach.
I do. I'm a massive YOLO fan, so I have it tattooed on me, and I just love to plan things and have things to look forward to. So yes, I have been very busy of late. Went to Mexico to celebrate my 40th year with all of like my childhood high school friends,
who are also like it's everybody's.
Yeah, there was like
year,
3 of them who are already 40, but they turned 40 last year.
Oh, okay.
So, but they're in our friendship group, and it was honestly a ball. Like we still talk about how fun and amazing it was that 17 of us went away, and that we actually like just laughed so much, got along, no drama. Just like, it was just such an amazing experience. And, you see these like, it's all these funny like Instagram things about like getting it off the group chat and like being in real life. And it was just because I've spent so much of my life living all over the place. Yeah. The fact that, I got to go. I probably wouldn't have traveled from Australia, although we had one friend that did, and she had a baby like 4 months ago, and she felt really bad about it.
Oh, and like she felt bad about leaving the baby.
But I'm like, you've got to come. This is a once in a lifetime trip, and I'm so glad she did because she just had the best time.
She did. Okay,
she had the best time.
That is really hard. Is it her first baby?
Second.
Yeah,
but
either way, it's still very hard.
I mean, mom guilt exists no matter how old they are, I feel like. But I've told her so many times, like, I'm so proud of you for coming because it is a really hard thing to do. But we just had so much fun, and I can't wait to plan the next one for our 50th or 45th or whatever. But
it's amazing.
It was really good. And then
what was the best part? I'm sure there were so many, but like what was like...
The best part was literally just sitting around talking about like growing up together. And like we had one night where we were talking about like what our email addresses were growing up. and people remembered. So I still can't remember mine. I literally have no idea. But the funniest part was just we were just like, you know, healing over laughing about the things that we chose to like have as our email addresses.
Mine was just Snow Girl.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was such a great snowboarder that I was just Snow Girl.
Yeah. Well, so one of my besties, Carmen, as you know, were both in my wedding party. Yes. Hers was Soccer Pussy.
Oh, stop.
And at the time, because we were very young, it was more like a, you know, get pushed down and like, you're a pussy. Because in those days, it was fine to say that.
Yeah, well, also, now, like, it shows your innocence and naivete that, like, you don't even realize.
It wasn't even about the body part. It was, like, so we were all, like, laughing over that. And anyways, it was just so silly. But, like, just the stuff that we, you know, that has happened over the years and we could catch up about was just it was the highlight. And then we did go on a boat cruise, which was just an awful lot of drinking and just being silly.
Yeah.
But that probably actually
Did anybody get sick? Like seasick?
Or yes, we started off being, some of them girls were seasick, and then they just drank more. Yeah. And then they were fine.
Oh, good. I think that's a great plan, actually.
Yeah, but no, it was an absolute blast, and like I would do it again in a heartbeat. It was definitely like one of the highlights of my life, for sure. And we've all like talked about it, and we just keep saying, can't believe that it was such a good trip, and like we keep saying we'll never get over that trip.
Don't you feel like the older you get, like for me, I've always valued my friends, but I feel like the older I get, the more I value them and the more I value the time, because it's like you realize like everybody's also like when you have little kids, you think you're busy. But I know. When you have older kids, you're so busy. And so like the fact that everybody can like actually take time, like we just know the hoops we all have to go through to be able to spend that time together, and that you're choosing this is where you want to spend your time, your money, like it just means so much more too, I think.
It absolutely does. And you're right, like I kept like thinking about that after the trip, like how special it was that we had the time together. Like I was there for 3 days, some of the girls stayed for 5, and it was I keep saying to them, it was like such a special time to just chill and like hang out. And like I told you before, when we were driving here, we got, you know, butlers and drink people, and people were making our bed, and like that in alone, like when you run a household, the time that it takes to do that stuff, to not have to worry about that and just sit around and talk, you know, and have a coffee or champagne or whatever, and just literally spend time together is the biggest gift. Like
it really is. Yeah. And I think like a lot of times, like I choose hotels over like Airbnbs or houses for that reason, because if you're staying in a house together, that part of it is amazing. The like just coming together on the couch at the end of the night or in the morning when you're drinking coffee. Yeah. Those are the most special moments. But the stress of having to like cook and clean almost like makes it not worth it. So to be able to like have those amenities available is really such a blessing.
It was really good. So yeah, that I would say has been a very big high for me. What about you?
I graduated.
Yes.
So
congratulations.
Thank you. That was last Friday, and that was definitely a high. It's weird. It's like I feel like I've celebrated so much. I really only celebrated twice, the thesis defense and the graduation, but it feels so indulgent to be like celebrating.
I mean, gosh, it's years of work.
But it's like I was telling my mom and my dad, actually, like I remembered like I might have already said this on the podcast too. Sorry if it's repetitive. But I remember even as early as first grade when you're doing the state testing at school, you know, like you have to do all that testing and you like fill out the survey, like you're bubbling stuff in. And one of the questions was always like your parents' highest level of education. And I was always so proud to put, like, both my parents had masters. My dad did get he didn't finish, he went to school for his PhD, but he ended up not finishing his dissertation because I was born. But I was just so proud of that. Not that like I don't have those expectations for other people, but it was something that. And when Eric and I first moved to New York, I took the LSATs when I was there and was planning to apply for law school. And then I got pregnant with London. And I just always felt like, okay, you're supposed to be like more educated than your parents, if anything. Like your parents work so hard so that you can be, or more successful. Just like they want to see their kids like doing better than they did, you know? And like my parents had to work so hard for that. And so I've always felt like I let myself down and I let them down because I hadn't done that. So I just
so interesting. I've never ever even considered that when I look at those options. Like I've never, it's so interesting saying that that's what drove you.
I know.
I love it.
Well, I think so my sister also didn't really feel that way. And we always talk about like the Enneagram and like personality types and stuff, and like the achiever, which I'm pretty sure you are actually. Actually, I think you are 2 with a strong 3 wing. I see the achiever quality in you.
Okay.
And it's like, so obviously that looks very different. Like that doesn't have to look like education or like a degree, you know what I mean? And for some people, I see that in my friends that are stay-at-home moms, like and that's, they wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. They're so happy doing that. Yeah. And I see it's more like an attitude of like how hard you work for the things that like are important, and you just always, when you achieve them, then you have the next thing. Yeah. And I actually get really annoyed of those qualities in people sometimes, because it's like, can't you just like be content with like, isn't it enough that you're already here or whatever? Yeah. And then I realized like, oh my gosh, I'm totally like that. Like I am already like looking at PhD programs now. And,
are you?
Like Tyler's like, how could you possibly want to do more school? Studying. And I'm like, I agree love with it.
London. I get you, girl. I don't get it. I don't get the studying life, but like I love that for you, and I'm very proud of you. I have a quick question though. Yeah. So if you're looking at PhDs, this is off topic, but like, what is your goal? What is your dream? What are you striving for?
Well, that's a good question, because it's like, would it really be worth it? Because a lot of PhD programs are 6 years. I didn't realize that. I thought they were like 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Or 4.
I've no idea.
A lot of them are 6 years. I'm like,
no
idea. That sounds very, like I'll be old, like very old.
That doesn't matter. My mom opened a Pilates studio at 60. You can do whatever you want.
I know. Okay, that is one thing.
No, let's not talk about her, but
like at this age though, like I realize like there is like such an empowering thing about like getting older and realizing that like, and your mom, she looks amazing. She she overcame breast cancer. Yeah, has a like that is.
I know, she's
so amazing. It just goes to show you that like you're just.
But you can do anything. So 6 years is whatever. And I think like I was talking to someone else the other day. We chose to have kids young, and we actually have like a whole life coming up.
Yes.
So 6
without
years
your kids, which
sounds
is
like a long time, but if you like did that, you could literally have a career after this.
If you chose to. I think it's because now that like I am in academia and teaching,
I shouldn't say
the
you don't
jobs
have a
that
career
I
now, but I mean like
no, I don't.
Different career.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be very hard to have the jobs that I want without. I need a terminal degree, so I either need to get an MFA or a PhD, and an MFA is also like a lot of work. It's like 3 years. And it is considered a terminal degree, but it just annoys me that you don't get the doctor in front of your name. So it's like,
you want to go for that.
Yeah, when we were at the graduation ceremony, it was actually very special. Like it felt like because there weren't any PhDs on our day, so there were just the masters, and there were only 12 of us, and it felt like we were treated like so special. We were the first ones out. There were 1,000 undergraduates just at our ceremony, and there were 5 ceremonies total.
Wow.
And only 12 grad students. But you see all the faculty that are there that are presenting awards and different things, they all wear their robes from their alma maters, right? Like wherever they got their PhD. And so you'll remember Taylor Swift when she got her honorary doctorate, you know, at her NYU. Yeah. So like if you have a PhD, your robe is different, and you have like the 3 stripes on the arms, and the cap looks kind of more like a beret sort of. But I was like, I want that. You know, and then you still wear your master's hood usually. And so I don't, but who knows? But I do think for me to like excel in teaching at the college level, like it would be hard to go past a certain point without that terminal degree. But we'll see. Anyways, good. Yeah, lows. What's your low?
Oh, I should have thought about this before I came on the...
No, sometimes it's better when sometimes I think it's better when it's like more like it feels more authentic maybe if you just come up with it.
I'll be honest, I am probably having a little bit of a low in my business, actually. It's getting me down. If I think about what's really bothering me in life right now, it's probably my business.
Is that because you're running it from a different continent?
And no one knows. They do now, just kidding.
No.
None of my customers will ever watch this. But it has to do with relationships, which, like, we were just talking about that. Like, it can make or break, like, how you're going in your life at the time. So I...
can you fill us in? Give all of our listeners. We have so many, but tell them what your business is.
I have a solar company, so solar panels, batteries for residential homes in Australia. I bought it from a lady who started it in 2018. And so I've been running it now for almost 5 years. And look, it's not massive, but it gives me, work, it keeps me busy, it gives me a steady income, and, well, not steady, it gives me an income that I feel...
And she's an expensive gal.
Yeah, well...
Her husband will tell you.
Yeah, he will. I'm trying to be really good. I spent so long when I first got the business to, like, get the right people. So we hired all the staff. They weren't great people in the heart of it. Got rid of them, and I've been running it on my own with Troy's mom as my receptionist.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so she's worked for me for like 2.5 years, and she's brilliant.
Amazing.
So when people call, they talk to her, and she's just gorgeous. But I work so hard to get really good relationships with my contractors, and of late, the industry is really busy. It's going off, like,
which is that harder for your business because when you started you were like kind of like had a little bit of a monopoly, and now it's getting more saturated?
It's always been saturated, I think, because there's a lot of like dodgy companies. Dodgy is like not very good in Australia terms, so hopefully people understand what that means, but like there's dodgy dodgy people, and I always the reason I went into solar was I saw that people's investments were not being supported by good customer service afterwards. Growing up in Canada, I'm like, customer service is such a big thing. In this country, like, yes, you tip, but the service you get is unbelievable. In Australia,
like, here, good? You think it's good?
I think it's
compared?
Good. If you went to Oz, I mean, they don't get tips, so maybe that's the driving factor. But like, even in services.
So it's hospitality, but nobody's hospitable. Or is it even called hospitality?
No, it's not. I don't even... Well, actually, yeah, it would be. Like, if you go to a restaurant, it would be hospitality. But, like, even in service-based businesses, I just don't feel like they're on the pulse. Okay. So my biggest thing was, like, I want to bring customer service to this industry, and I want people to feel like you care about them. So I made it a point of like finding contractors that have the same sort of like morals that I do. Mm-hmm. So like working, getting the job done, being polite, cleaning up their site after, like all these things. And because the industry is so busy right now, everyone's rushing and they're doing a bad job, and that reflects on me. Yeah, which I do think, at least here, that for sure is a problem in the construction field, which, right? Jen that's anything that's like labor based, that Eric probably, is an issue. Yeah. Like, it is an issue. The rushing, and that a lot of times they're working on jobs they've already been paid for. So there's not as much incentive to and fix things. And so like when I get a bad customer experience, they don't even have to write a review on my, like, luckily I have very good reviews, but like it affects me personally so badly. And that might be a character flaw, to be honest, because I shouldn't maybe care as much, but I can't help it. So that is a low right now, is I'm just having, I feel like I'm battling with a lot of my contractors, and it feels yucky. I don't like it. Yeah. I just want everyone to be happy, and I want us all to go back to like... Well, especially because that was kind of the foundation of why you started it. And then I'm sure for you,
you probably feel kind of helpless that you are so far away and that you can't.
Because when I was home, I would just like, if it was in a client in the Queensland where I lived, I'll literally just drive to their house and fix the issue if I could. If it wasn't electrical issues, just like, you know, something technical on their app or whatever, I would just do it myself. But I have no possibility of doing that now. So that's, and look, it's so funny because my husband, you know, employs, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 staff. So he deals with this stuff all the time, like problems.
Yeah, he's like, you need to have a thick skin. You need to not take it personally.
And I just don't have that ability. I'm like, when it's in his mind, it's such a small thing. But for me in my business, it's such a big thing. It's like, so trying to like get over that and like make sure it doesn't ruin my whole day is like what I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah, finding that balance.
So I just don't like when there's confrontation in general.
Totally. So I get that for sure.
What about you? What's your low at the moment?
This whole, oh my gosh, I've had so many lows. Been like, it's like we were saying, we were talking in the car here and I was just saying like, I really, really believe, we went to church last night and the message was shout out Venture, Pastor Troy. Our
Troy
pastor,
and Jess.
That's their names.
I know.
Troy and Jess. Yes. How funny is that?
So funny.
So whenever we talk about Troy and Jess, my kids are always like, which ones are you talking about? And anyways, so he was talking about mountains and valleys and like when you're in a valley and stuff like this. And I was like, that is totally like such a good descriptor of where I feel like my life the last 2 years has been in a valley. And it's interesting because that's also, I've been in school the last 2 years, you know, and that part has been great. But then other parts of my life have been, you know, very difficult. Yeah. And so it's interesting coming out of, like, I graduated school.
Which is a big mountain.
Yeah, that is. Yes, I guess. But it's kind of like, okay, there's like this, it's a turning point, right? Like now it's like a new beginning. Where do I go from here? And I feel like there is so much potential that's kind of like every time I apply for jobs, like it's exciting. I get that like thrill of like, oh, like this could be this. Yeah. But it's also very scary and the unknown. And so that is like what I'd say like right now, I literally don't know. Like you were asking, like, what are our summer plans? Like I cannot make plans because I don't even know what my life will look like in a couple months. Yeah. I don't know what my job will be. I don't know my schedule. Like that's so crazy to think about.
That is crazy.
And so that is my low, like just having no control over anything right now.
You're in a bit of a lull.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And so it's hard and I'm just trying to focus on like all the good parts of that and like the potential there. But it is, it's crazy to like not. And then I think it's hard too because the world itself and the United States is so chaotic and everything right now too, that it's like, it feels like nothing's stable in my life at all. And that's scary. But I think it's like, we're never really in control, right? Like you're not even in control when you feel like you are. Yeah. But when you really know you're not, it's very scary. Yeah. Yeah. So that's
it's just to your mountains and valley
analogy.
It's funny because Troy, my husband, so the reason we're in the States is because he has a technology business and we're here to basically set it up. And it's probably the worst time. You're talking about, you know, America and everything. The world is crazy right now. But he's having a really tough time breaking this market. And we normally would see, you know, progress sooner than what we've been. We've been here for almost a year and a half. And like, it's been tough. But I have said to him, I feel like, and I tell myself with my business as well, and like same with you, I feel, or same with anyone, I feel like right when things feel like they are
rock bottom,
the worst is when you're about to transition into something amazing. Like literally, you know, 2 weeks ago, we're talking about like, okay, are we packing up our bags? Are we moving back to Australia? Like this is not working. And then literally like in the last 2 weeks, Troy's had like 4 really good meetings. So I'm like, I'm not saying that it's going to be anything, but I'm like, it's so interesting.
Yeah,
that,
when
like,
you have that hopelessness and then you get that glimmer of
yeah.
something on the horizon.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know, what you're saying, like, just control what you can, because you're right. You've just got no idea what will happen. And, like, there's nothing that you can, you know, do to, like, if that meeting never came, then it would have just been, like, continue on. But, like, yeah, it's push through. It's going to come.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm like a very firm believer in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with you where it feels like right when you like hit rock bottom is like maybe when it's kind of like, I'm also like a big believer, this is very biblical too, and for me, like, I, you know, obviously like equate everything I just compare everything to the Bible and stuff, but that idea of like it kind of like a phoenix too, like you have to like come from that, right? Like the phoenix like burns up, like you have to be like nothing before you can be like reborn and stuff. And I think we go through that in a lot of ways like in our daily life. And you do yoga, right? Like that's even just like yoga. Such a yogi practice, literally in that hour, like that's what the shavasana is, like you die at the end so that you can be like reborn. And so that can happen in little like micro ways, and then it can happen like in like bigger ways. And so I do think I'm like, can it get any worse? Please, I'm ready to be born again from the ashes. I know the feeling. Speaking of being born from the ashes, I feel like this is Taylor's favorite analogy.
Yes.
So we have this episode is extra special, not only because Jess is here, but we are huge Swifties.
Yes.
And we hope by the end of this episode, you will be a Swiftie too, if you're not already. A lot of my friends that were not Swifties now are, and it's really so much fun.
It is so much fun.
Just, life is better. And like, so the reason we're choosing to talk about Taylor is because she has her upcoming nuptials. Well, we don't know that for sure. But we think.
We have theories.
Yeah, we have theories. And we think
I actually don't know what yours is. I want to know what yours is.
Oh, well, do we not think it's June 13th anymore?
Well, I've heard it's July 3rd.
I heard that too, but that would kind of track because she's so big with her 4th of July Rhode Island celebrations.
Yeah. Okay. I like just to say I am a Swiftie because I love her music. I have since the day she started. Like as soon as I knew she existed, I was like, because I was a country fan growing up in Winnipeg, Canada.
In the tundra. That's in the tundra. If you've never been there,
Jess has unfortunately been
twice. And I've been there in the dead of winter and in the summer. It's a magical place, really, if really you were visiting the right people, like I was.
Love to all my girls in Winnipeg, but like, sorry.
But let me tell you, at that time,
glad I left.
Growing up in California, the coldest environment, we did have a cabin in the mountains that we went to like every weekend, but it was not the same.
No.
And then I had lived in London, obviously, which is where we met, and Winnipeg's London is like level. Cold and damp. Winnipeg? It is the tundra. It's like completely flat.
No joke.
And it's a frozen flat land in the winter.
Basically.
And I was actually worried that like I might freeze to death. Thankfully, like Jess had all the proper clothing for me. But I mean, let me just tell you that when I was staying with her this first time that I went, had we both just gotten married? Or no, we weren't married yet. We were engaged. We got engaged.
Remember, I threw my ring at Troy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
SantaCon.
That's
another episode.
Things have changed since then, but that memory will go down. I mean, I think Troy's liver has never forgiven him after that.
No.
This is what you do when you live in the tundra. You have to just drink, apparently, you know?
Yeah.
And we went to her parents' house for dinner one night, and what do you do in the tundra? You just go out in the backyard, and your river is now frozen, safely frozen. It's so deeply frozen, you don't have to worry about falling through the ice.
No.
And play ice hockey.
Yeah, of course.
And so okay, that was a little tangent.
I know we went totally off. But
so back to how you became a Swiftie. That's what you were telling us.
I just grew up loving country music, found her because she opened for Kenny Chesney, and oh my gosh, just became...
No, wait, she never did open for Kenny Chesney.
Sorry, not Kenny Chesney, Brad Paisley. Brad Paisley.
We've never had this conversation. Yeah. Do you know that that's the first time that I went to that same... Wait, this is wild. How we never had this conversation?
But yours obviously wasn't in Minnesota.
No, it was in San Diego. And where I took my girls to the concert the other night, it's so weird. I haven't been to that venue.
Yeah, since then.
Which is wild because in college we used to go there all the time, always to see country shows. Yeah. And that was...
I know.
The last time I was there was when Taylor Swift, because she was supposed to open for Kenny Chesney. Yeah. And at the last minute, he ended up getting sponsored by an alcohol, like a vodka or a beer brand. Okay. And she was only 17 or whatever. She was. So they would not let her go on the tour. And he felt so bad. Yeah. That because he gave her an undisclosed amount of money.
Yes. He actually, was her first, I'm pretty sure he signed her first.
Yes. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Because he believed in her so much. Yeah. And Yeah,
okay.
So it was Brad Paisley.
Crazy. Yes.
Very crazy. Okay.
So anyway, my point is I've just been a huge fan of her music. So I'm not a Swiftie in the sense of the theories or seeing I know it's a big topic right now. Everyone's like, why is she out in New York? Why with these outfits she's wearing? I'm like, I like listening to the true Swiftie, I guess, talk, but my Swiftiness is just she brings me so much joy. I love listening to her music, and I enjoy listening to all the other stuff that goes on. I mean, we share things all the time, and it brings me so much happiness. But I do have a theory about I have thoughts about the wedding. I mean, obviously, we heard it was going to be June 13th, which she's a 13. That's her number.
That's also Jess and Troy's wedding anniversary.
So it's secretly, if it happens on that day, I would be extra happy. But then Travis announced that his New Heights podcast was going to do an episode in LA on the 15th of June.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah,
and people are buying tickets. So then I'm like, they're either doing it on the 3rd of July... And that is true because there's no way that timing would work, or they are totally throwing people off by this podcast, and they are going to get married on June 13th, and then they won't do their honeymoon straight away, and he'll go work, and then maybe they'll do it later. So
I could see either scenario.
Same because I don't feel like they don't have a normal life. We would be we're getting married, we're going on a honeymoon. Yeah. They have the access to do whatever they want.
And for them, traveling across the country is
not a big deal.
A drop in the bucket for them. It's
take their private jet. So
it's the same as driving. It's actually better because they have a king size bed in there, and you could just totally carry on with your life.
So I'm genuinely confused, and I can't wait to see what day because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I still am really wondering whether the 13th is
that's a very good point. And the July thing would kind of make sense because she loves 4th of July at the Rhode Island house. Yeah. I'm with you too with being a Swiftie. When I see those fan theories and Easter eggs, I think it's fun to kind of but I don't really care that much. It's not.
I love her Easter eggs. I love Taylor's Easter eggs.
Yeah, but
some of the videos I watch, I'm like, this is
people have too much time. Yes,
into
exactly. But those people also are. Yeah, it's marketing for them too because they run accounts that
I all of those accounts. I follow them.
Same, yeah. So this is wild. I actually did not become a Swiftie until after I saw her at the Eras Tour. I always liked her music, and I'd never had a problem with her. I didn't like her.
Who needs to have a problem?
Exactly. I do remember kind of sometimes being annoyed, not of her, but
I've heard this.
One time.
You're not offending. Yeah, everyone's I don't want to say anything bad about Taylor. I'll offend Jess.
But I love that. I see both sides. So now I'm oh, if you feel this way, just wait. You can arrive out where I'm at. I'll show you how. I'll show you the way.
Yeah.
But I remember one time. Also, I think when 1989 came out, I had London at the time. My head was just not in the same place that like
No.
most people that were like listening to that album. I liked that album because London was sick. Like I remember dancing in the living room to oh my gosh, Shake It Off. Like, you know, and I remember like looking in like a People magazine or Us Weekly, and it was like pictures of, it was like, oh, Taylor Swift's townhouse or something, and pictures of her cats. And I was like, I didn't have any bad thoughts. I just was like,
who cares?
It was not interesting to me, which is just wild because now I'm like, I
love seeing her cat.
Love seeing anything about her
know,
at all.
anything.
Like just hearing that somebody else saw her cats would be exciting for me. So it's,
I know.
So then when she was going to go on tour, right? Like I definitely I loved her and her music. And at that point, my kids were listening to her a lot. Like it was a fun thing that we did together.
Yeah.
And
you guys
but I
looked
still
so cute, by the way.
I still was not like on I was not a Swiftie.
No.
You know? And then seeing her at the freaking Eras tour, it completely changed me. Completely. And it's her, but it's the Swifties. It's the energy. You've never felt anything more pure and magical. Like we saw her at SoFi, which you know you've been to SoFi for other things. SoFi is in the middle of Compton. It is not a safe area, really. No. It's gotten a lot better. But you have all these police officers there at the concert, right, who deal with very serious things. And they're all wearing friendship bracelets. They're so sweet. I ended up paying so much money for our tickets because we, you know, like, and we were behind the stage. Like, you could not see her. Yeah. Everybody was so kind and loving. Like, we went and sat with our friends the whole time. Yeah. Nobody cared. Like, they were, it's just the best energy. I know. At the bracelet trading. And it's like, to me, it was just like a switch flipped. And I just thought, like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, it's the most magical. And so to me, it's like being a Swiftie and having things to like occasions in life to like put glitter on. Oh, let's show our boots.
Oh, our boots. Can we see them?
Yeah, here, stand up. Oh, you can see.
Oh no, you can't.
Oh.
Anyways,
we'll show pictures, but yeah, look at how cute. So we're
fabulous.
We needed to have a little Swiftie sparkle.
I actually bought these for the Eras tour, and I've worn them so much.
Really?
They have come in handy for so many things.
I love that.
Yeah. The first
it's
Eras
just
tour.
Like, Jess has been how many times?
I went to 3.
3.
Yeah. Well,
no,
lucky.
wait, 3 or 4?
3.
No, 3, because you went with your kids.
Melbourne.
Then you went
Sydney,
and then the last
show in Vancouver
night, right? Yeah. The very last night. Which, you know, the girl that got the 22 hat.
She was sitting beside, like, literally,
and she's from Encinitas. It's one of my very good friend. Oh, you know Juliet. You've met Juliet, right?
I don't know.
At book club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jules. It's one of her
friends.
Her son. It's been like his crush for like 4 years. Oh. That little girl. Yeah. So like it's just crazy, all the connections.
I saw it happen. So like she was wearing this gorgeous little dress and she had like the furry sleeves and she just was like dancing around, and because the music before Taylor comes on is just so fun. Yeah. So she's dancing around and Andrea.
So like before the show even started? Oh, I didn't realize.
And then Andrea walks out because we were
had you ever seen Andrea before?
No, not in real life.
Because you've been to a lot of shows.
I have, but like I've never been. So the first show I went to of the Eras tour, I have been to every Taylor's concert but 2. One was because she didn't come to Australia, so I was like, no, at the time I'm not flying to Canada to see her. Yeah. And the second one was I was heavily pregnant with Sully. And I don't know why, but I probably had, Finn, tiny baby, pregnant. Yeah. I had Sully like not even 3 weeks later. So no, I've never been like close in any of her concerts, but I've been to almost all of them. Anyway, the first Eras tour I was row 7. And like I still say, and I'm sorry, Troy, but not sorry. It was the best night of my life. Like,
No, it was the best. I tell my kids that all the time. It was the best night of my life.
Like, I can't even describe. Like, every single cell in my body was just alive. And I was just like, I had the best. I cried so much. Because I'm like, it's finally here. I built up the day, the moment so.
And she did not disappoint. She exceeded every single expectation. She puts her heart, like, it's so genuine. That's the thing. And I've been to a lot of concerts.
Same.
If I've been to a lot, you've been.
Yeah.
Jess has been to so many concerts. Yeah. You know, there's just some people.
But my joy is like music. Like I love music.
And live music can be the best thing ever. But I have been to several shows where there's just. The heart's not in. Like even actually Justin Bieber, who I love Justin. Yeah. But
he's not good.
I sensed something was off at his show.
Yeah.
And it turned out he had COVID. And that was the last show he.
Yeah, because I had tickets for that in Australia and he canceled the tour.
Yeah, because remember he got the whole thing. And he was still amazing. Don't get me wrong. He was amazing. But there was like something like the energy was off. And I told my sister at the time, I thought it was because he was just like over, like he didn't want to be performing live, but I think it's because he was really sick.
Yeah.
And Britney Spears too, seen her multiple times. And when we saw her in Vegas, it was like she was a shell. Like the lights were on and nobody was, she was still performing. Like she didn't, zero missteps in the cast. Like zero missteps. She was, her like performance was so great, but you could feel that energy wasn't there. They weren't happy to be there. No. Taylor, she genuinely cares for her fans and their happiness, and she is a billionaire, and she realizes what it takes to like get to go to a concert, and she like wants you to have that experience. And same with her whole all of her dancers, like they're the same. It's just magic.
She's just amazing. I mean, I could talk about how amazing she is for literally ever.
Yeah,
she's just
everything. Like, I don't care if you have something bad to say about her. I don't believe it. No, she's perfect. She can do no wrong. And here's the thing: is that like, she knows the joy she brings people, and I think she does. Like, maybe she's a people pleaser or whatever, but I do think that
pathological people pleaser.
Yeah, yes. But I do think that she genuinely understands this is her responsibility, that like people have these expectations and that it brings us joy. Yeah. And she wants, and like it does. I'm telling you, if you're not a Swiftie
she's
yet,
a true like artist. Like she knows like what she's bringing to the world, to people's lives.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, I am. I am so entertained by her. Like everything she does is like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But just back to the girl getting the hat. So Andrea walked by and just saw this little girl like dancing her butt off, and was like, went up to her and I guess talked to the mom and was like, you're going to get the hat. And then when it was just before the time, she like ran up and everyone was like, oh my God, like. And then when she came back and she had the hat, we were all like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. You're so good.
You've touched
I
her.
didn't touch her because I didn't want to climb over the people. But like, she walked right by us and I was like, I kept saying, I mean, love you, Troy. But like, I probably should have gone to the last concert with a Swiftie, because I felt like he was like, at the end, he's like, is it nearly done? And I'm like, please don't say that.
Yeah, like, no. That's why I thought too, like after I went with the girls, I would have wanted Eric to be there just to see, like, it was such a special experience for us to have together. But then I was like, there's no way. Like,
Troy got
even
me
if
the
he
tickets.
tried really hard, if he would try, and I think he would appreciate it and like all of that. But he would not be. He would not be on my level.
Troy was not on my level, but he got me those tickets because he's like, it's actually so cute. He's like, this brings you so much happiness. I want to understand like what it is. Oh, I want to feel it.
Love
So
Troy.
we went and he now, like, he will hate that I've admitted this on your podcast, but like his Wrapped last year was Life of a Showgirl album. Like,
stop. See, Troy, if I couldn't love you anymore.
And he's like, it's really good. He's like, I really like listening to Taylor this album.
Oh my gosh.
He also liked Tortured Poets Department.
That's my favorite. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't choose.
Let's
be
Rep
honest.
is my
it's
favorite.
Like children. Like I can't.
I know. I actually
you have your favorites for different
Yeah.
in different categories, but like I do think the songwriting for Tortured Poets Department is
it was
like
it was mind-boggling.
it's so good.
I remember
It's
just
so
sitting
good.
listening. Like I often have listening parties on my own.
Yeah, I love that.
I know we were talking
I
about this,
love
and I'm
that.
like, I love you, and I want to like be with you, but I want to be on my own. I like put my you know, my things on, and I'm just in the zone. I listen to everything, and I listen to it again, and I listen to it again. But Tortured Poets Department, I was in shock. I was like,
because none of us knew. Well, for one, there was hardly any prep time to know that she was dropping the album.
I know.
We didn't know it was 2 albums.
nope.
I stayed up all night.
Well, you guys had to.
Listening.
In Australia, it was only 2 p.m.
Oh,
So I got to listen to it all, like,
well, but
for
see,
hours.
I was lucky too because she does 12 a.m. Eastern time, so it was only 9
was like
p.m.
9.
My kids were like they stayed up, but they were like
Yeah.
they don't have the appreciation yet for
but
Tortured
that's okay.
Poets, which is fine. It's good that
Yeah, they don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't been through enough life, but I remember they went to bed and I stayed up on the couch for hours just listening to it and like in my feels and like just taking it in. And I'm just to your point about doing it solitary, there is like something special about that.
Yeah.
Even this time, remember we wanted to be together and I was on my girls' weekend.
I know.
And
I said to you, I'm like, I don't think I could actually be there.
oh, I know. And I wish that I would. Okay, so like, it's hard when you're with people that aren't. My girlfriends do like they went to theirs where they like Taylor, but it is
a different level.
when they're like, okay, let's listen. Skip. I was like,
no,
stop! How can you judge it so fast? There's no way. Also, here's the thing: I have learned with her that like you just have to have faith that like you will like whatever she puts out, even if it's not what you expect or you don't think you like it at first. You just have to have the faith because she won't disappoint.
No.
Her everything's so intentional, and but so after we all went to bed that night,
you listened to it.
I listened to it,
Yeah,
and I
good girl.
listened to it like the whole. Then the next day, I was like, I'll do kitchen duty because I just had my headphones in, and I was like, I'm like, don't take this away from me.
Okay, so here's a question: when you listened to Life of a Showgirl, immediately, what was your favorite song?
Okay,
Because
the
this
second I
is
heard
different for everyone I talk to.
the second I heard Fate of Ophelia, like I knew it was a banger. I liked it right from the get-go. I loved like the beat, all of that, but I loved the lyrics.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor, hands down, it's still my favorite.
Really?
Apparently, it was my number one listen to like Spotify Wrapped last
this
year.
blows my mind every time.
I'm obsessed with Elizabeth Taylor. I love it. Father Figure.
Yeah.
I can listen to all of them on repeat. Father Figure. Eldest Daughter is such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
And
I talked to another Swiftie friend who said she like bawled, and I still don't get how like she got that emotion out of it. I don't know if it
for
was
which one? Eldest Daughter.
Eldest Daughter.
Well, see, I feel like the bridge is like so beautiful. Yeah. But also the line, the first lamb to the slaughter, because I think about this for London, because she is so like
leading the way.
Yeah, like you're the first one. My sister was the eldest. Well, you're the eldest daughter.
I am.
And you have to like, but I just, the bridge of that song is so beautiful.
It is really good. It is a really good song.
Yeah. Okay. What about yours?
Oh, Polite.
Oh, I mean, I love that one too, but yeah.
It is like, I still, every single time I put it on, I'm just in a happy mood.
Yeah.
Like I just.
100%.
And I think like, just talking about music in general, when I wake up in the morning, if I'm like a little bit grumpy or like the kids are annoying me, I have like, one of those speaker things in the kitchen. I just put music on. I'm instantly in a different mood.
Yeah.
Like, instantly.
You can zone. You're like, you're there and you're complaining and whining and I'm here listening.
No, but I'm like in a bad mood and then I'm like, life's okay. You can just put on some music. Like, music really resonates with me. So like Taylor is like next level. But like when I listen to some of her music, like Delicate is my all-time favorite song. It will never change, and I don't know why.
I know, I love that song
because
too.
It didn't resonate with anything that was going on in my life at the time. There's just something about the song
But you can buy me a drink.
It's just so...
Wait, we've got to play it. And
Okay.
we can do this because since our podcast is on Spotify, they have the permission to play the song.
Do
so
they?
it won't cut it out.
Okay.
So for any of our listeners that are not familiar with Delicate,
But
you're about to be.
My reputation's never been worse, so
And you made me a bracelet.
me
From me.
we can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me a drink.
1,
2, 3, let's go, bitch. I've been trying really hard not to swear, so...
Okay, but even that, the fact that the Swifties are the ones that created that.
I
1,
know.
2, 3. So
all of
that,
the things in the concert that they created are
Yes.
so fun.
and that started in the rep tour, right?
Yes.
The 1, 2, 3. Let's go, bitch.
Actually, I think something happened, and I actually didn't know this because it was only in the Sydney concert, but there was something in the 1989 tour that they did in Sydney only, and they did it again because I was going to the Sydney concert, so I was on the Swiftie chat for the Sydney concert, and they were like, we need to do the thing where it's where she swings the golf club. I need to
On the 1989 tour.
well,
right?
no, yeah, but you know, in
Yeah.
the Eras tour where she's swinging
Oh,
the golf
yeah,
club,
yeah.
what is that song?
It's style, right? We'll never go out of style.
No.
Or no,